Count versus non-count nouns. What you need to know. When we write or speak, the way we talk about nouns depends on if they are count nouns or non-count nouns. So what's a noun? A noun can be a person like Teresa or the students. It can be a place like school or the lake, or it can be a thing like a pencil or water. Okay, but what's a count noun? A count noun is a person, place, or thing you can count. So here we see a bird's nest with 3 eggs in it. We can count the eggs. 1, 2, 3. That's a count noun. We have 3 eggs. Here we have tomatoes. We can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 tomatoes. It's a count noun. We have 7 tomatoes. On the street, there are 2 yellow cars. We can say 2 yellow cars are driving down the street. Televisions, we can see televisions. Here we can't count them. They're going off the screen. So we're going to say the store has many televisions. People. People are count nouns. We can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 people are sitting outside. We see 3 friends talking. 1, 2, 3. 3 friends are talking. Places like stores. We can see 1, 2, 3 stores in this picture. We'll say there are 3 stores on Main Street. Schools. We can count schools. 1, 2, 3, 4. Our town has 4 schools. And cities. We can visit different cities and count each one we go to. At the end, we can say we visited 3 cities on vacation. So then, what is a non-count noun? It is something difficult or impossible to count. For example, can you count sand? I mean, there's little tiny pieces, but you really can't count it. It would be difficult, if not impossible. So we consider that a non-count noun. We say they are standing on the sand, or we could say they are standing on sand. Can you count water? You can't show me 1 water. So we would say she poured water from the bottle. Rice. Rice comes in little tiny pieces, dry, and then when you cook it, it all kind of goes together. It would be very difficult or impossible to count, so we consider it a non-count noun. We would say we ate rice with our meal. Soup. You can't count soup. We would say she made some soup for lunch. And then anything with a gas, you can't count gas or mist or fog. So here we say fog covered the trees. So let's review what we've gone over so far. Count nouns have a definite form or shape, meaning that we can count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Usually they also have parts, like cars have parts, people have parts, schools have parts. Non-count nouns really don't have a shape. You can't tell where it begins and ends. They're often liquids or gas, or they're small pieces with no parts. So in our original picture, the boats are count nouns. The water is a non-count noun. Okay, so how do I talk about count nouns versus non-count nouns? We can use a or an before a single count noun. For example, she is a student. I have an apple. If we have more than one of a count noun, we can make it plural. 2 people work on the food truck. I bought 3 books for my class. We went to 5 national parks on our vacation. The teacher has a lot of pencils. For non-count nouns, we don't use a or an. We also don't make them plural. Let's look at some sentences. I had coffee this morning. I put sugar in my coffee. I ate ice cream for dessert. Smoke came out of the volcano. The water was cold. All of these were non-count nouns. We didn't put a or an before any of them. We also did not make them plural. So in summary, a count noun has a form or shape. It also has parts. When we talk about count nouns, if it's one, we can use a or an. If there's more than one, it can be plural. Non-count nouns don't have shape. You can't tell where it begins and ends. Often they're liquid or gas. They can be small pieces with no parts. You can't use a or an with non-count nouns, and they can't be plural because you can't count them. If you enjoyed this video and or found it helpful, please like, subscribe, and share. Thank you.